what's up, everybody? This is Fred. Breaking news. If you haven't already heard, Finn Balor, the Demon King, has had to vacate the WWE Universal Championship due to a shoulder injury. Yes, just a night after winning the title, climbing to the top after a couple years in NXT, building up that brand, after years in New Japan Pro Wrestling. This 15-year journey culminated in a clean win over Seth Rollins, undefeated in WWE, wins the world title in his pay-per-view debut, the first ever Universal Champion. And what the hell happens? Seth Rollins gave him a buckle bomb on the barricade, injured his shoulder. He came out tonight. Title had to be vacated. The crowd was very respectful in Brooklyn, gave him a standing ovation, said, "You deserve it. Thank you, Finn." They were very sad to see him give up the title. He was on the verge of tears, and I feel so bad for Finn Balor, and I'm really annoyed at Seth Rollins. Seth's a great worker. I'm sure Seth is a really nice guy. I like Seth a lot, but in the last 12 months, he has broken Cena's nose. He damn near broke Sting's neck with not one but two buckle bombs. Keep in mind, Sting was a 56-year-old man at the time, and that ended Sting's career. And now he injured Finn Balor's shoulder. I'm not trying to say that Seth Rollins doesn't know how to work. He's one of the best wrestlers in the world, but that doesn't mean he ain't a little reckless. This is something Bret Hart pointed out on his podcast before, much to the chagrin of a lot of fans. And while Bret Hart maybe could have been a little bit nicer in the way he articulated his feelings about Seth not always being safe, I gotta say, maybe the Hitman was right. Think about this. Seth Rollins has injured not one, not two, but three top guys in a span of 12 months. And you know what the craziest thing is? You know what the craziest thing about this whole thing is? He was out for 6 of those months with a knee injury himself. So in a span of 12 months, but in a total of maybe 6 months, he injured 3 top guys. 3. If this were Jack Swagger, if this were Dolph Ziggler, if this were somebody that's not high on the WWE totem pole, at least in the eyes of Vince McMahon, my God, would they be buried by now? But listen, I'm not saying Seth should be buried, but all I can say, if I was running the show tonight, I'd be sending him a message. But you know what? The fault is also on WWE to an extent, because somebody needs to pull him aside, and maybe they have, and tell him, dude, you got to be careful. You got to watch out. And what annoys me is that they remove the curb stomp from his arsenal. And I get it. Concussion risks. You got a bunch of concussion lawsuits. Visually, the move looks like it can give you a concussion. I get it. But you keep the buckle bomb in his arsenal that can break somebody's neck and injure somebody's shoulder like Finn Balor's. And oh yeah, by the way, the exact injury Finn Balor has, a torn labrum, out for 6 months. Similar to the injury that Cesaro and Sami Zayn suffered last year. Yeah, that ain't good. So best wishes to Finn Balor. Best wishes to Seth Rollins as a worker. Okay, he's great. I got nothing but respect for him. I got nothing but respect for his amazing comeback from that serious knee injury. But he's got to take some responsibility here. He is the common denominator in those 3 major injuries to top guys that I listed that he was a part of, okay? And somebody backstage has got to pull him aside and say, listen, you got to take it easy. If there's a large margin for error, don't do it. But it is what it is, folks. I want to hear from you, though. What do you think about the Universal title picture with the Universal title being vacated? What do you think about the fact that next week on Raw, we're going to have a fatal 4-way match to determine a brand new Universal Champion? We had a series of matches on Raw tonight. At the moment, they are still going on. But right now, what we do know at the time I'm recording this, Kevin Owens is advancing, and Seth Rollins is advancing to the next week. And in that fatal 4-way, we will determine a brand new Universal Champion. leading up to the Raw only pay-per-view later in September, Clash of Champions. But again, I want to hear from you. Let me know. Leave a comment below. Give me a scenario that would be ideal to you as far as what they should do with the title. I'd love to hear from you. You can hit us up on Twitter, Facebook, you name it. If you enjoyed this update, please like, share, take care. And until next time, everybody, as always, enjoy the matches and get well soon, Finn Balor.